Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Craig. I want to thank you for getting the free report, The 7 Biggest Mistakes Life Coaches Make in Their Business and How to Overcome Them. And I hope you've enjoyed reading that. In fact, if you are, I'm sure you're getting emails now telling you about these videos. And these are my way of thanking you for getting the report and for staying tuned. And they're going to cover some topics that I covered in the report, The 7 Biggest Mistakes. And I'm going to go into a little more detail than I do in the report so that you'll have a better understanding of what I'm talking about and also be able to apply them a little better. I hope this can help you. Excuse me for driving right now. I'm heading to the post office. I'm going to deposit, actually mail off some letters to some people who have earned a commission for sending me some business. That's always a joy to do, so I don't mind riding to the post office to do that. And that, by the way, is one of the ways you can make money. Get people to send you business as affiliates and pay them a commission. You don't have to pay them until you actually make the money in your business. So it's a great way to build your business, to get referrals, to build an affiliate. You're probably a life coach or a business coach, and you're wondering, well, what are the biggest mistakes? Or I've read about them, and which ones are most important. I want to tell you probably the most important mistake that coaches make and entrepreneurs make, not just business coaches and life coaches, but just about anybody who's in business who has tried to make money have made these mistakes. I've certainly made them, and that's why I can talk about them. And I'm going to cover the second one first. It's the second in my book, and it's called Lack of Inner-Outer Congruence. And what that actually means is that what you're feeling or saying to yourself or actually feeling inside is not really on the same page as what you're saying and doing on the outside. In other words, let's just say I want to make 6 figures this year. Let's get back to the theme of the book. I want to make 6 figures in my coaching practice, and so you promptly proceed to spend the whole day, every other day, playing video games. That's sort of telling your subconscious, I'm not really going to do that. I'm not going to really make 6 figures. Even though you told yourself you would, you're telling your subconscious, or you're giving your subconscious mixed messages simply because you're not doing the things in order to bring about the results that you're looking for. Now, most people say, well, I'm not trying hard enough, I don't have enough willpower, I'm not using enough affirmations, I haven't set my goals, I don't have enough motivation, blah, 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 blah. And this goes on, and quite frankly, I got tired of it in my life because no matter how hard I tried, I kept running across this wall. There was this wall, and you've probably felt it yourself. And this wall is basically telling you, no matter what you tell me, I'm going to give you the results that you really want. And subconsciously, you know what that is, but consciously, you haven't a clue, because consciously, you think you want to make money. Subconsciously, you don't realize that your subconscious mind, or your subconscious being, as I call it, has its own agenda. And its own agenda is basically saying money is not good. Money will create problems. Money will cause you to have to get out there or be noticed or do things or expose yourself. It's not safe. There's all sorts of hidden agendas or reasons why we're not earning money or why we're not getting out there and making the money that we're supposed to be making or should be making or want to be making. So inner-outer congruence just simply means setting goals for which you are not in alignment with. And how do you fix that? You've got a goal. You want to earn 6 figures, say by next year. Let's set that as a goal. Okay, what do you have to do? Well, you have to earn maybe $4,000 a week. It's in my book, actually called The 6-Figure Coach, which I outline exactly what you need to do in order to get 6 figures a year and how to go about it. But without this inner and outer congruence, what's going to happen is you're going to run against that wall more than a few times. You're going to come against it over and over and over again, telling you that this is not going to happen. You tend to procrastinate for the things that you need to do in order to bring about the 6 figures, and 6 figures just doesn't happen miraculously. Isn't that amazing? So, inner and outer congruence, it's a big term, congruence, C-O-N-G-R-U-E-N-C-E, congruence, and it simply means that on the outside, expressed on the outside, which you have on the inside. In other words, you're making the same statement inside and outside. So, unless you're in touch with, and this is the first step, unless you're in touch with your subconscious being, you're going to have a problem contacting it and talking to it. In other words, how do you know what your subconscious is saying unless you can ask it? What the heck it's saying, what the heck it believes in the first place. And that's the first step. I think I've got some steps in the free reports, but I'll just tell you about it right now. The first thing you want to do is have a system. I'm going to park here. I'm already at the post office. Isn't that wonderful? I'm going to take these letters in here in a minute. But I wanted to give you an idea that the technique I use is what is called applied kinesiology, or muscle testing, and that's where you test a muscle, a strong muscle, and I've got some videos that'll show you how to do this, and I'll share these with you. What you're going to do is test a strong muscle. You're going to find out whether that muscle is strong or weak. Now, what I've done in my years and years as a chiropractor, I've determined that a strong muscle simply means the subconscious agrees with what you're saying consciously. If you say, my name is Michael, and my name is Michael Craig, say, my name is Michael Craig, and I test, somebody tests my deltoid muscle, or strong muscle, you hold the arm out like that, and you test the muscle. If it tests strong, then generally speaking, that means that I agree with the statement that my name is Michael Craig. If it goes weak, however, I may be lying to myself. It's like a cheap lie detector test, and it's a way that you get in touch with your subconscious being or mind to determine whether or not this being or mind is congruent with what you're saying. That's the first major hurdle you've got to overcome, is to have a communication with your inner child or inner self or subconscious being, whatever, so that you can begin to understand what this being is telling you and determine whether or not you're on the same page. Inner and outer congruence is definitely possible. You definitely need to do that, and the first step is to learn muscle testing. I think I've got a link below in this blog, so look down below, find the link to learn how to muscle test, learn how to get in touch with that inner being that's going to give you more and more of that congruence. It's going to give you that congruence, or allow you to achieve that congruence in certain ways, and I've got a whole instruction laid out to where how you can do this. But first things first, and that is go learn how to muscle test, learn how to test your own inner being, inner self, to determine whether or not you have this inner outer congruence, because I want you to get 6 figures next year, and if you want the same thing, I see no reason why it can't be accomplished. Here's to your success. This is Dr. Michael Craig. Go for it. Check below for that link, and I'm going to go in the post office and mail those letters, because these people want their money, and hope to make some more next year, so you do the same. Talk to you later. Take care.